Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Gulfstream Park here on Thursday. It is the 29th of December 2022. Going to look at the 8th race from Gulfstream, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. The 8th race from Gulfstream, it's allowance optional claimer, purse $87,000. Race for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards, never won $12,000 twice, and main claim starter, restricted race, or it's never won through races here. Optional claim price $62,000. We have a field of 10 horses hopefully entered to go to the turf course, the distance of ground of 1,700 meters or a mile and 1/16th on the Gulfstream Park turf course. 1,700 meters, a mile 1/16th turf. And I show the diagram, just gives me a second to look down my notes, just bear with me. They've been very conservative using this turf course since they put it back in on earlier this month, and the last 2 years actually, when they put the Tapeta in, they rather move the race to the Tapeta. I think they're just a bit too conservative. I understand Wednesday with the with the downpour they had Wednesday night into Wednesday morning, taking off the turf then, but hopefully they could at least run this race here. But my top selection here, I'm going to go with the one horse Lady Day. I'm going to go 110.94 in the superfecta. 110.94 super. Top selection, one horse Lady Day. This 4-year-old filly by Motivator. Chad Brown trains. Iratatouche Jr. gets the mount. First start stateside came on the 20th of October at Aqueduct, a mile and the 8th in optional 6-2 claimer. And the horse finished 6th by 24 lengths that day and just did not show up. First start in 13 months. He just, stalked and completely just missed the mark. Definitely need the race there. Coming here to South Florida, second off the bench on gotta be somewhat fast ground. I think he could get a better trip, and I think he could win here today. Two back, the horse ran the 17th of September of 2021 at Chantilly in France. Soft ground, a mile and the 8th in the Group 3 pre-Bertram de Tarragon Stakes, and he finished 4th by 2 lengths. He sat back early, but he had a decent turn a foot late. If the race was a mile and a quarter, he would have made it interesting late, but I didn't think he had a half bad run. Nothing bad about that run. And then the 14th of August at Deauville, 1 mile soft ground in the Group 3 Prix de la Tree. He finished 4th by 2 3/4 lengths that day. Again, he moved a little bit late, but it wasn't anything spectacular. Maybe the soft yielding ground got to him. And then the Prix Sorellina at La Teste de Bouche over the mile on the 25th of July. He won by a neck that day. From a tracking position, he quickened up nicely and he got the job done. If this race does get taken off the turf and run on the synthetic, he has won over a synthetic track at Chantilly over the poly track, mile and 8th in a maiden race, breaking the maiden by a neck that day. From a tracking position, he took off clear. I do think he wasn't handling the soft ground in some of the races in France. He's coming here today, lesser quality horses, probably a little quicker ground, trading a lot better coming to this race than he was until the last run. At 3-1, I'm going to use him. I think that your second likeliest winner here is the 10-horse Traffic Song for James Toner and Jorge Ruiz. Most recently at Laurel on the 23rd of April, a mile in the Dahlia, the horse finished 10th by 8 3/4 lengths that day, and they were flying on the front end early on, which cost him. He just couldn't keep up late. Must have been injured out of that run because you haven't seen him now since nearly a year later. Before then, the Sand Springs over the mile 16th at Gulfstream, the horse finished 8th by 8 lengths there, and he just had absolutely nothing there. But one before that, 29th of January, going about a mile 16th in Lawn Ops 25, won by 1 1/4 lengths from the inside. He was drifting late, but he still got the job done. A very good run. He's 4-for-1 on this turf course, but he only has 1 victory, 1 place. But all those races he's run decently, I thought. Refreshing here, training well. I'm going to give him a shot in the pick 4. But to recap my selection for the 8th from Gulfstream, let's take the 1-horse Lady Day. Give kudos to the 10-horse Traffic Song. 110.94 super. 110 in your multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.